crimes that they did against this republic.
The problem is the big.
That's why you see people like Zuckerberg and Bill Gates.
The big problem is
trying to avoid that justice because they did participate 100%.
Yeah, Zuckerberg's definitely it.
I'd love to see Letitia James thrown in the can. That's somebody who I really despise.
You know, I say that, but I really appreciate. Which one is she? Is she the new one? I do appreciate the guy in Georgia who brought Donald Trump down there and made him drive through the. I forget they call it Rice Street in Atlantic City, which is like the ghetto, and he drove straight through the middle of it with his giant motorcade. I think that they don't realize what they did. It gave Donald Trump a
talking down people
that place is where he went to go do that at. And I still hear about it today. Like, oh yeah, Donald Trump was going down Rice Street. So the Democrats, they thought they were going to, their whole plan is falling apart because, like what you said a minute ago, we finally have a presence on the internet again with X, where we were held away and they thought they could just rule it all. Look at what happened with 2020. They were able to say that 2020 was not stolen and get away with it because they controlled everything. It was against the law, basically, to say that 2020 was stolen. If you said it anywhere on the internet, it didn't matter if you said it on Xbox, if you said it on PlayStation, on Facebook, on Twitter, even on here, you would be removed for election disinformation or whatever. Yeah, they went to straight war. They went to war. We are at war. We have to acknowledge that the enemy is firing all their cannons and all their guns, and we have to fire back. That's the simplest way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, like it's a big gulp moment where you're like, oh my God, like we were literally, I mean, run by trannies, run by ruthless propagandists and just low IQ shit. So that's I mean, literally when you have to essentially, and like what Musk says, it's not just they're outside the confines, the charter and the scope of this republic, all of them. The only fucking agency in our organization, NSA and the 450 other agencies that employ over 2 million people in this country, even the Army, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, the Navy, we have to trim down, slim, make it lethal, make it effective, and cut the bullshit. Because if we're just going to central banks, I want to work at one because their pensions aren't going to go away unless we make them go away. Like, radical change is now, and Trump is the guy to do it, because it's finally transparent. It's finally out there in the open, and everybody's just like, what? The average taxpayer is just like beyond belief scared. They're like, why am I even paying taxes? This is crazy. Like, you guys are wasting everything on scams and frauds. So I want to see arrests, and if we don't see arrests, I believe that we start instituting citizen arrests and organize citizen councils against radical terrorists, domestic terrorists, frauds, and scammers, because all these major cities are controlled by fraudsters and scammers. The city of Chicago is fucked. And until Trump, in my opinion, starts using his best asset, which is loyal, patriotic military officers, fire all the fucking fraudsters and get real patriots from West Point, from Citadel, from VMI, from the Naval Academy. Put them in positions of power and have them start doing actual arrests. Desecrated and destroyed day in and day out. We want no more international regime changes until we have domestic regime changes.
Mike, you're there?
Everything that's been happening federally is also happening locally. All the scams and frauds, all the DEI, CRT, BLM, LGBTQ bullshit that is happening at these agencies with these fugazi scam contracts, everything is bankrupt currency. So we have no morality, no ethics. It's all just frauds and scams, and it's profound and.
Mike, what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, Mike.
I agree that there's a ton of corruption going on. I agree from all sides.